Hello, welcome CCMS students and parents. Thank you for being here. I'm only going to speak to you for a few minutes, so thank you for your time. Um, I'm Mr. Oregon. I was born in Acapulco, Guerrero, in Mexico. I was raised in Southern California and Utah. I'm your student's 8th grade science teacher. And what I love the most about CCMS is I love our community. And I feel really privileged and honored to serve my community because I also live in Silmar and have family that has grown up here in the San Fernando Valley and in Silmar in particular. So a little bit about me. I went to the University of Utah. That's where I got my bachelor's degree in biology. Afterwards, I got into a master's program at Loyola Marymount University, and so I got my master's of arts in education there. This is my 7th year of teaching. It is my 5th year at CCMS. I love it here. I love our families. I love our community. I love my team, and so I've really enjoyed my time here at CCMS. And a little bit about myself. A few interests of mine are I love sports, in particular soccer and basketball. I love watching soccer and basketball, but I also love playing those two. I grew up playing both of those sports throughout my life. Another interest or hobby of mine is that I love cooking new dishes with my wife. It's just really fun to explore different culinary dishes from around the world, and also some that I've never made, but I know that my mom has made. And so whenever she shares a recipe and I'm making it for the first time, that's really exciting for me. And my last interest is medicine. I've shared with your students how my goal in life, one of my dreams is to become a doctor. I would love to be a doctor and to continue serving our community in that role. And so I've been sharing my journey into medicine with your students. Hopefully, I know a lot of them have shared with me that they want to be doctors too. So hopefully this inspires them. And hopefully one day they get to be my colleagues and I get to work with them, um, in a hospital or clinic. A little bit about the 8th grade science course. So right now we're starting with collisions. So your students are going to be learning about collisions that happen and, the different topics related to that. Afterwards, we're going to be going into some solar system content, followed by some geology content. And then by the end of the year, we are going to be covering some evolution, some biology. That's kind of what I really enjoy learning and teaching about adaptations and evolution. And so I'm excited for everything that we're going to be covering this year. As far as course materials go, there's not a whole lot you need. A notebook, just in case there, the occasional days where we need to take notes on paper or do an assignment on paper. Your laptop is always, going to be a course material because that's how we're going to access our video conferences and our assignments, since everything will be assigned in science through Schoology. A few trends that I've noticed with my students so far is the first one is students turning in work late. The assignments are always going to be due at 3:30 p.m. that same day or the next day, depending on how many days we're spending on that assignment. And there's a reason that it's at 3:30. I don't want our students spending extra time that is unnecessary in front of the computer screen, sitting down, doing nothing. And so I use the 3:30 deadline as a motivation for them to get everything done, and also as a reminder that they shouldn't be spending that much time on these assignments because we do work on them in class. And so they should be finishing them in class. Students are also being shy when I ask them to share, not all of them, but some of them. I don't know if it's because, they're not used to the virtual setting, or if they just don't feel like their answers, are good enough, but please keep talking to them. Remind your student to stay focused in class, that they should be finishing all of their classwork by the end of school day, and that their opinions, their ideas are important for our classroom discussions. And so the last trend that I have seen, which is a more positive one, is that we have a lot of great problem solvers and a lot of people with great attitudes. It's made this year a lot better, even though there have been challenges, you know, students being such great problem solvers and trying different things to make sure that we have access to everything, and then also the positive attitudes they are bringing to class. It makes every day so much better. And so please continue to encourage your students to make the most out of our situation. And then as far as contacting me, my email address is r.oregonguzman@puckschools.org. My Google number, where you can text or call, is 626-662-0838. And then as far as office hours go, if you contact me by email, I am more than happy to set up a time where we could meet for office hours. Please remember to stay connected through PowerSchool. The many different social media accounts like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And please remember that there are many great videos on our Puck CCMS YouTube portal. Thank you. I look forward to having another great year with your students. I feel so privileged and so happy that I get to be a part of their lives for another year. This is a really great bunch, and I'm just so excited for how much growth we can have this year. Goodbye.